Perfection isn't an act. It's a discipline. It's not about being loved or admired, it's about being reliably effective. Kiyotaka Ayanokoji isn't perfect because he's flawless. He's effective because he controls the only thing that ever truly matters, himself. If you want to move toward that kind of quiet mastery, stop chasing perfection and start building the systems that produce it. Step 1. Cultivate emotional sovereignty. Most people are reactive because they let feelings write their scripts. Anger, fear, impatience, these are fast-moving currents that sweep people away. Sovereignty means you feel, but you do not yield. When provoked, pause. Breathe. Translate the surge of emotion into data, what triggered it, why it matters, how it benefits or harms your objectives. That 5-second gap between feeling and responding is your operating system. Use it. Train it with micro-practices. Wait 2 seconds before replying to messages, breathe deliberately before answering a question, sit in silence for 5 minutes each day and label your feelings without acting on them. Emotional control is not suppression, it's conversion. Turn impulse into intel. Step 2. Become a high-resolution observer. The world broadcasts itself in tiny details, a throat clear, a blink, the way someone avoids eye contact. Most people listen to content, strategists read context. When you talk less and watch more, you gather the raw material of advantage. Note patterns rather than isolated incidents. If a friend always hesitates before saying yes, that hesitation is a variable you can model. If a teacher's patience tightens after a certain question, that's a pressure point. Observation is an exercise in patience and humility. You admit you don't know everything, then you collect evidence. Keep a mental ledger or a real notebook. Record behaviors, not judgments. Over weeks, those small entries compound into predictive clarity. Step 3. Think in systems, not events. People treat life as a sequence of moments. A strategist treats life as an engine. When a system is robust, it tolerates shocks. When it's brittle, it breaks. Build redundancy into your plans, Plan A, Plan B, and an exit strategy. If you're studying, your system isn't cram the night before, it's distributed learning, spaced repetition, and active recall. If you're navigating relationships, your system includes boundaries, contingency resources, and calm exit options. The point isn't to obsess over every scenario, it's to minimize surprise by designing flexible pathways. Systems thinking shifts you from firefighting to architecture. Step 4. Train intellectual modesty. The smartest person in the room is not the one broadcasting it. Intelligence is best exercised quietly. Ask better questions than you give answers. Use first principles thinking, reduce complex claims to axioms you can test. Practice Bayesian updating, hold a hypothesis lightly and revise it as new facts arrive. Embrace Occam's razor, prefer simpler explanations until complexity demands otherwise. Intellectual modesty prevents wasted moves. It keeps you open to correction, which is the most efficient route to improvement. Step 5. Hone adaptive social fluency. Ayanokoji moves through social environments like water. He is invisible until he chooses to be noticed. Learn to modulate your persona to match the context without abandoning your core values. That doesn't mean deception, it means calibration. Be warm where warmth is strategic. Be neutral where neutrality protects you. Be assertive where assertiveness secures outcomes. Social fluency is often mistaken for charisma, it's not. It's the competence of being where you need to be emotionally while maintaining autonomy. Step 6. Practice disciplined discomfort. Comfort rots competence. If you want to be reliably excellent, train under stress. Study when you're tired, exercise when you don't feel like it, take cold showers, sit through hard conversations instead of avoiding them. These are small intentional doses of adversity that build tolerance. The goal is not to suffer for suffering's sake but to widen your bandwidth for performance. When pressure arrives, you won't be testing your limits, you'll be operating within an expanded range. Step 7. Guard your attention like capital. Your focus is your most valuable resource. Reduce low-value inputs, social media scrolling, reactionary debates, mindless consumption. Curate an information diet, high-quality sources, deep books, deliberate practice. Block time for uninterrupted work. Learn single-tasking. Multitasking is a myth that fragments competence. The quieter your external input, the clearer your internal signal. Protecting attention is a low-drama, high-leverage discipline that separates reactive people from architects. Step 8. Become ethically strategic. Power without ethics is brittle. Ayanokoji's effectiveness doesn't rely on cruelty, it relies on aligning incentives. Influence people by understanding motives and proposing outcomes that benefit both parties. Respect autonomy. Ask for consent. Let your strategic moves create mutual gain where possible. Not only is this sustainable, it's smarter. Allies created with dignity outperform coerced followers every time. Step 9. Iterate with ruthless humility. After key interactions, review them. What did you predict correctly? Where did your model fail? Use small postmortems, one-sentence analysis and one corrective action. Keep a feedback loop between action and revision. Improvement compounded is the engine of long-term advantage. Failure is data, moralizing failure is noise. Step 10. Preserve invisibility. The power of competence is often the ability to remain underestimated. Don't advertise every capability or win. Let results accumulate silently. The less visible your toolkit, the harder it is for others to preempt it. This isn't about deception, it's about strategic information management. Reveal when it's useful, hide when it's safer. Quiet competence invites leverage. Finally, accept that the perfect human is a myth, but the practiced human is real. Perfection, in the Ayanokoji sense, is not a destination. It's a daily routine of small decisions, a breath before a reply, a note taken after a meeting, a rehearsal for a difficult conversation, a night spent learning rather than scrolling. The goal isn't to be flawless, it's to be increasingly capable, less vulnerable, and more intentional. Start today. Build one habit. Observe one pattern. Pause twice before you respond. Read one chapter and summarize it in your own words.